David Mould here. Welcome to LRLTV special report number 2, which because of its length, I'm going to break into 7 parts. In our first report, dated April 3rd, I mentioned 3 things that I now believe need clarification. 1, the knee-jerk reaction we saw on the steps of Congress after 9/11. 2, the issue of whether homosexual marriage could precipitate a constitutional convention. 3, the destruction of San Francisco as a catalyst to this convention. To put my fears about San Francisco in context, I'm going to take you back to the old pirate city of Port Royal, Jamaica, much of which is underwater today. I'm also going to take you to Lituya Bay, Alaska. There you'll see evidence of the tallest recorded tsunami in modern times. All right, here goes. When I mentioned the knee-jerk reaction that we saw on the steps of Congress on 9/11, the one word missing in our report was fear. And it is an all-important word, that word, fear. What I was saying in that report was that, as with all humans, fear gripped even congressmen and congresswomen during that period of uncertainty. What did that fear produce? It produced an instinctive, knee-jerk reaction towards God. That's what they were singing. God bless America. For some, no doubt, it was God help us. For others, it was a nagging question: has the day of reckoning, the day of judgment, finally come? The point is, when we're frightened, most of us turn to God. Even atheists do it. That's why servicemen have given us the term, there are no atheists in the foxholes. When the shells are coming in and your bodies are being blown to pieces, when the ground on which you stand is heaving and shaking like an earthquake, then everybody believes. That's what the scene on the steps of Congress tells us. And that's why I made the statement, laws that might have had difficulty being passed under normal circumstances will sail through Congress when the hearts of men and women are failing them for fear. Anything to appease an offended God. Anything to call him off. If anything even remotely resembling any of the apocalyptic judgments of God begins to fall during the midst of this homosexual marriage debate, if the earth were to open up and swallow San Francisco as it did Port Royal, that's what we can expect. Fear. Serious fear. Fear 1,000,000 times greater than anything witnessed on the Capitol steps after 9/11. And legislation calculated to appease an offended God. The second thing I've got to clarify is this. I've already told you that I believe this battle over homosexual marriage is going to go way beyond the Supreme Court to a constitutional convention. Why do I say this? Because I believe such a convention would not only fulfill prophecy, it would also suit the Vatican perfectly. I believe that already the tentacles of the Vatican extend to the media, and that she will use the media to steer this nation towards a constitutional convention, where irreparable damage can finally be inflicted upon her nemesis, the Constitution of the United States of America. Friend, I know the power of the media. I also know a little bit about the Vatican's hatred of this country. From her involvement in the Civil War, to President Lincoln's assassination, on through World War II and the Vietnam War. God willing, in an upcoming series, I'll take you through Vatican hatred point by point and prove it. But for now, let's continue our discussion on the possibility of a constitutional convention. How would the Vatican use a constitutional convention? How would she benefit from it? The first thing I'd like to point out is that we're deliberately uploading this video today, May 27th, 2015, because 2 days from now will be the 225th anniversary of the ratification of America's Constitution, it having finally been ratified on May 29th, 1790 by Little Rhode Island, the last of the original 13 states to do so. We didn't want this anniversary to just pass us by, or pass you by, unnoticed. We wanted to draw attention to it by making a statement now, in anticipation of what could be the Constitution's imminent repudiation. This clip, homosexuality, earthquake, and Sunday laws is our statement. Ironically, something else is being released on the 29th, and it's the movie San Andreas, which I find more than coincidental. For one, here we are, our little ministry, producing our little video, which speculates not just about the destruction of San Francisco, but about its destruction as a possible catalyst to a constitutional convention. At the same time that this major movie, San Andreas, which itself features the destruction of San Francisco, is being released. Why would Warner Brothers release this movie on May 29th? What's so special to them about that date? Have they considered what the destruction of San Francisco could mean, not just to the nation's psyche, but to its constitution? I doubt it. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't believe in coincidences. To my mind, there has got to be a divine hand behind its release on this date. Could God be trying to tell moviegoers something? Are the date, the movie, and the Constitution all somehow linked? I think they are. Maybe it's finally time for all God-fearing people to move away from San Francisco. I don't know. Now back to our script. If I'm not going to seem totally bigoted this morning for depicting the Roman Catholic Church as a passionate yet well-disguised enemy of the United States and her Constitution, then in this special report, we're going to have to make a major detour. We're going to have to go back and take a look at Bible prophecy. And it won't be a quick look either. We're going to have to take time, painstaking time, going over prophecies in Daniel 2, Daniel 7, Revelation 13, and Revelation 17 to see what the Bible has to say about the Roman Catholic Church, which it predicted would rise up out of the ashes of the Roman Empire.